Alright, now the story of LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean follows the four movies, all four of them, that have been released, and that's about it. I mean, if you've played any LEGO game before, then you already know what's gonna happen. It's just a bunch of Legos taking the place of the characters from the films, and they just make fun of the film pretty much. Not make fun of like they just sit there and do like freaking Mystery Science Theater or something like that. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna get my sword. Oh, it's a freaking banana. Dweef. So that's really the story of Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. It's pretty much a spoof with Legos in it of all four of the movies. That's the story. I'm not gonna explain it any more than that. It doesn't need more explaining. So let's go on to the sound of the game. Alright, now the sound for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is pretty cutesy, really. I mean, there's no voice acting in the game at all. It's all grunts and little noises that the Lego characters make. I mean, Jack Sparrow makes grunts like he would in the Pirates of the Caribbean films. Captain Barbossa would make grunts like he would in the Pirates of the Caribbean films. And, they don't all just sound like the same kind of grunts and like, it's not all the same stupid for each character. At least they did that much. Like, Jack would like, like how he talks. I don't know. But you know what I'm trying to say. If you don't, then what the hell ever. The music is actually fantastic. I mean, they take the actual theme from Pirates of the Caribbean, the dun 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 dun, the iconic song, and they actually put it into every mission in the game. When you finish it and you get your stats screen, it plays, and it's like, hell yeah, I love this song. I can listen to it 10 times over. It's awesome that's in this game because you feel accomplished when that comes up. I love it. I thought it was great. So you know what? I actually really like the sound in this. The cutesy little grunts, whatever, but the soundtrack was great because it had that song, and the other like orchestra songs was in it, but whatever. I like the sound in this game. Let's go on to the graphics. Alright, now the graphics for LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean are actually really good. I was surprised, really, because I was going into this thinking it was just going to look exactly like all the other LEGO games, and, somewhat they do, but they actually add a lot more into this game, like the scope of the environments. The scope of the environments look really, really good. I mean, there's no sandbox or anything, which would be cool for a LEGO game, but it's not really a sandbox kind of environment. It's more like you see a lot more, because it is set in the Caribbean, so you see a lot of like scenery shots of water or something like that, and it looks really nice. The water looks really good, the environments themselves look really good, and of course, the characters that you play as are LEGO, and they look great for Legos. I mean, not much. I mean, you can't really screw up a bunch of blocks being put together to form something, but they look really great. I really have to admit it. They really do look good. Definitely with the animations. The animations are very cutesy, very nice. I like them. So overall, I thought the graphics were surprisingly great. I really like the graphics in this game. So let's go on to the gameplay of LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean. Alright, now the gameplay for LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean was surprisingly really good. Mostly because I don't like LEGO games. I really don't. Since the beginning, I liked the first one, the Star Wars one, and then after that, it really continually just got on my nerves, and they just didn't do much with them. They always had that cheeky, like, freaking, oh, we're funny humor, and that was about it. That's what they kept up with that, and they kept the gameplay the same, and that was really it. This was different, actually. This game was surprisingly enjoyable because of the gameplay. The combat in the game is, of course, sword combat because it's Pirates of the Caribbean, but it does have different variety. I mean, mostly it is sword combat, but there's other different things, like you can have different characters with different weapons, like hammers and guns and stuff that they can throw, like their own body parts. And it was really it's not gory or anything, so don't worry about that, but really, it was really enjoyable. The combat itself was really fun, and of course the puzzles in the game. The puzzles are probably the only thing that I always liked in LEGO games. In the last one I played, the Star Wars, the third one that just came out a couple months ago, didn't really like the puzzle in that and the combat, so I really just didn't like that game at all. This one, both of those things are awesome in this. Really, the puzzles are very fun and the combat is really smooth and really good. And I just really like the gameplay. They add a couple different things here, like you can have up to 8 people 8 different characters in there, which is really cool, like 8 different characters from the Pirates of the Caribbean saga, and that's really, really cool. I really enjoy that. And they add variety. That's the other thing I was going to say, but I already said that. And there you go. Really, that's really my review for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. There's not much else to talk about, and I'll just say it right here. I really enjoyed this game. Don't think it's amazing. I do think it's really good. So anyway, check the description for this video on the bottom for the written review and the score. Thank you, and I think this game is definitely worth a rent, maybe even a buy for about $30 to $40. So there you go. There's my review. Thank you, and goodbye.